Electrochemistry. Conduction of electricity through solutions. Conduction of electricity through solutions is called as electrolytic conduction. जो सॉल्यूशन में से फ्लो ऑफ करंट होता है, करंट यदि फ्लो होता है किसी सॉल्यूशन में से, then that is called as electrolytic conduction. It is due to presence of free cations and anions. जो कंडक्शन होता है that is due to presence of free ions, that is cations and anions. That is the free cations and anions are there, and in that case that will be responsible for conduction of electricity. Current in electrolytic conduction is bidirectional. As the ions migrate towards opposite electrodes. Okay, so whenever such a current flows through the solution, when such a current flows through the solution, it causes lot of changes in that solution. जो solution आपने बनाया है उसके अंदर जो solute है, that is electrolyte, उसका chemical identity changes completely, मतलब उसका decomposition हो जाएगा. तो chemical identity of solute, हमारा यहाँ पे जो सॉल्यूट है वो इस टाइप का है, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट, मींस कैपेबल ऑफ कंडक्टिंग इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. केमिकल आइडेंटिटी ऑफ द सॉल्यूट मींस इलेक्ट्रोलाइट चेंजेस ड्यूरिंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक कंडक्शन. Okay, if you want to take down it, Siddesh, you can. Otherwise, you will get the photocopies. This Siddesh, is it or shall I write this one?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you take a NaCl solution, then in NaCl solution, the cations and anions are there. Here that will be Na positive and Cl negative ion. And here it is a graphite electrode, suppose. A molten NaCl can be placed here. So when current is passed through this, then this electrode will be called as a cathode, and this is your anode. So anode जो है that is maintain at positive potential, whereas cathode जो होगा आपका, this will be at a negative potential. So anode, cathode. Now these ions in the solution carrying opposite charge, cation will move towards cathode. जो Na positive है, that will move towards cathode, and as a result, sodium may get deposited. On this side, Cl negative ions are there and they get oxidized to give chlorine gas. So suppose this is a fused or molten NaCl. Fused or molten NaCl is there, then it contains Na positive or Cl negative ions. These ions move towards opposite electrode, and due to migration of these ions towards opposite electrode, you will get conduction of electricity through that. So at cathode, what happened? That Na positive move towards cathode. As a result, it gains electron, and this is called as reduction. Whereas on this side, Cl negative ion get oxidized. Loss of electron, that is oxidation. Gain of electron, that is reduction. So in this way, conduction of electricity will take place through the solutions, that called as electrolytic conduction. So once we have the solution of NaCl, now finally, if this is a fused or molten NaCl, then that will not remain NaCl. That sodium will separated from that, and Cl is oxidized to chlorine gas, means decomposition of this will take place. So what happens? Due to passage of current through molten NaCl, decomposition of that solute will take place, and its chemical identity, अभी इसमें NaCl नहीं रहा, sodium get deposited on one electrode and chlorine is liberated on the other. Means यहाँ पे chemical identity of electrolyte get changed completely. So यहाँ पे जो हुआ, that is called as electrolysis. What is that? Decomposition of electrolyte So you are using battery or a cell to pass the current through. That means you are using electrical energy in this case. So this is what a decomposition of electrolyte by passing electrical energy is called as electrolysis. So this one is a non-spontaneous redox reaction for which change in free energy will be positive, for which delta G is positive. So what happens? That electrical energy is converted into electrical energy. So this is a non-spontaneous redox reaction, and that takes place by passing electrical energy, and that is converted into chemical energy. So this is what electrolysis. And now for carrying out the electrolysis, you need electrolytic solution, one thing. Second thing, you need two electrodes that are either metal electrodes or metal rods, or the graphite rods can be used here, and then a source of electrical energy, that is cell or battery, is required. So overall this combination is known as electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell जो होगा Electrolytic cell is a device or the arrangement which consists of electrolytic solution, two electrodes and a battery. So in that case, when current is passed, then non-spontaneous redox reaction will take place, and that results into decomposition. That is, NaCl get converted into sodium and chlorine, means its constituents are separated from that given compound. So in that case, that will be called as electrolysis. So next definition होगा हमारा electrolytic cell. इसमें क्या हो रहा है? ओवरऑल नॉन स्पॉन्टेनियस रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन टेक्स प्लेस. वन थिंग. सेकंड थिंग, इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. एंड थर्ड थिंग, डिकम्पोजिशन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रोलाइट टेक्स प्लेस. The device or arrangement in which two electrodes are placed in electrolytic solution and current is passed through it by using cell or battery. By using cell or battery, current is passed through the solution and that will cause the non-spontaneous redox reaction. So electrolytic cell में हमारे पास में रहेगा एक solution, उसके अंदर दो इलेक्ट्रोड डुबा के रखे आपने, and then battery is connected across them so that current can be passed through it. जब current pass होगा तो एनोड और कैथोड पे respective cations and anions का oxidation और reduction होगा and they get either deposited or liberated in the form of gas. In electrolytic cell, non-spontaneous redox reaction takes place. Electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. Is used for electrolysis, electroplating, electro refining, purification of impure metal, that is called as electro refining. Electrolysis, that is decomposition. Electroplating, coating of one metal over the surface of other by using electrolysis, that is called as electroplating. Electroplating जो है, that is a process in which one metal is coated over the other by using a process of electrolysis, that is called as electroplating. So this is all about the electrolytic cell and electrolytic cell reactions. So shall I wipe this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, still we have that electrolysis. Just we have finished the electrolysis of fused NaCl. So, what are the results? Okay. So, in the electrolysis of fused NaCl, move towards cathode and get metal, and that metal get deposited. Sodium get deposited at the cation of Na positive ions. At cathode, कैथोड पे Na पॉजिटिव का रिडक्शन हो गया एंड सोडियम गेट डिपॉजिटेड. मेटालिक सोडियम get deposited. Cl negative ion get oxidized to chlorine gas. यदि हम ओवरऑल रिएक्शन देखेंगे एनोड और कैथोड मिला के, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है वो बैलेंस हो जाएंगे, मतलब इसको 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. ओवरऑल रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन जो है देखिए, अभी यहाँ पे क्या हुआ था, Na पॉजिटिव प्लस 2 एंड यू विल गेटिंग व्हाट, मैंने इसको 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. दिस इज व्हाट रिडक्शन रिएक्शन, whereas this one twice chlorine gas plus 2 electron, and this is oxidation. So if I add these two, these electrons will get cancelled. यहाँ पे 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन है और इधर में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन है. They will cancel each other, and finally left is a twice Na positive plus twice Cl negative is equal to twice Na plus Cl2. This is gas, this is solid, and overall reaction is oxidation plus reduction. So this is a redox reaction that occurs in the result in the electrolysis of NaCl. Okay. So सेम चीज यदि आप NaCl को पानी में डिसॉल्व करते हैं तो दैट विल बी एक्वायस सॉल्यूशन. वहां के रिजल्ट्स कुछ अलग रहेंगे. रिजल्ट्स विल बी समवॉट डिफरेंट. देखते हैं. Is it over? Is it over? Okay. Next is your fused की जगह पे aqueous NaCl. यहां क्या होता है देखेंगे. एक्वायस सोल्यूशन ऑफ NaCl पानी में बना दिया आपने तो क्या क्या होगा. कंटेन्स फ्री Na पॉजिटिव Cl नेगेटिव H पॉजिटिव एंड OH नेगेटिव आयंस. चार टाइप के आयन रहेंगे. यहाँ पे आयन जो है वाटर के भी दो आयन यहाँ दिख रहे हैं आपको, H पॉजिटिव एंड OH नेगेटिव आयंस. तो अब क्या होगा. H पॉजिटिव आयन जो है साइज में बहुत छोटा है, मास का कंपैरिजन करते वो भी कम होगा, एंड दैट कैन मूव एट अ फास्टर रेट. It can move at a faster rate as compared to Na positive due to high mobility of H positive ions. They migrate towards cathode and get reduced to H2 gas. Hence at cathode अभी आपको सोडियम नहीं मिला. यहाँ पे सोडियम का मास ज्यादा है, साइज बड़ा है, तो उसकी मोबिलिटी कम हो जाएंगी. एज ए रिजल्ट वेरी फ्यू ऑफ द Na पॉजिटिव आयंस विल रीच अप टू द कैथोड. इसको दूसरी भी लैंग्वेज में बोल सकते हैं कि इसका रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल ज्यादा है इसलिए वो वहां जाता है, सोडियम का कम है तो वो ऐसे होता है. ये भी रीजन है, बट दिस मोबिलिटी इज सफिशिएंट फॉर द एक्सप्लेनेशन. यहाँ पे so H positive ions have more mobility and it produces hydrogen at cathode. सोडियम नहीं मिलेगा आपको, यहाँ पे H2 गैस मिलेगा. अभी दूसरा है Cl नेगेटिव और OH नेगेटिव. ये जो है ये अलग चीज है, ये अलग चीज है. इस आयन का साइज काफी बड़ा होगा, हाथी की चाल कम होती है, मीन्स मोबिलिटी इसका कम होगा, इसका ज्यादा होगा. तो ये आयन जो है मोर इन नंबर रीच टू द एनोड. So at anode, ये रिएक्शन सेम है आपका. ये एक्वायस है, मतलब वाटर में है. तो फिर हमारे जो सोल्यूशन में बचे हैं वो है एक Na पॉजिटिव और दूसरा OH नेगेटिव आयन. ये बाकी है अभी आपके, तो इनका क्या होगा. Na पॉजिटिव आयंस एंड OH नेगेटिव आयंस combine to form NaOH. इनके पास दूसरा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं बचा, so they forms a NaOH. So these are the different results of electrolysis of fused NaCl, and here it is aqueous NaCl. Okay,